Hey Sagittarius, welcome, welcome. How are you? I am bringing you a general reading for the collective of Sagittarius, Sun and Rising. My readings are not date or time specific unless I mention otherwise. So I just trust that whenever you come upon it, if the title speaks to you, if the storyline resonates, then it's your message at that time. We're all on different timelines, so you may even want to kind of go back through the playlists a little bit and see if any titles jump out at you. Take advantage of that. I categorize it by element, so make it easier to find. So also welcome newcomers. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I just want to extend a warm welcome to you and let you know that if you enjoy the reading and you feel like a good vibe, I'd love you to subscribe. Join us by subscribing. And for those who are returning subscribers, thank you so much for your continued support. Don't forget to check out the channel memberships. That's below. You got to scroll just a little bit and you'll see your invitation, and that link just takes you to learn more about what's included in the two different membership levels. So just want to let you know that's an open invitation. And as always, I would greatly appreciate it if you like the video, that you like it. Give it a thumbs up, share it far and wide, and by all means, if you have not already, subscribe. Okay, so I'm pulling from Queen of the Moon Oracle for you here, Sag, because we are in the run-up to the new moon in Aries, which will be coming in late on the 11th here in the US, and that would be early on the 12th for those of you in Europe, most of you in Europe, or in the very, early mid-morning in Australia. So definitely check out when it is at peak for you. So I want to kind of capture the energy of this new moon. It's going to be a big shift from all the watery energy of Pisces season, Pisces mansion. We are in Aries season, but we've had so many lunations where Venus has been present and everything's been so gentle and loving and healing. And then we're going to kind of pop into the Aries new moon, where it's all about initiation and taking action. It's a cardinal energy, so it's that, that first forward motion. Very different energy. So let's see what comes through for you. Oh, so lovely. So I kind of look at these cards for you, Sag, as where you've been, where you are, where you're headed. So where you've been, card 44, attraction, supermoon, attraction. Interesting because the full moon later on in the month of April will be a supermoon as well. So attraction, and I'm going to read a little bit about each one for you. Where you are right now, card 23, gratitude. Things have shifted. 2 and 3 is 5, so there's that energy of things are still in motion and changes are, all around, but on some level you're in this present moment feeling some sense of gratitude for all that you've come through and for where you're headed, card 33. I love the numerology for you here, 44 and 33. Those are master numbers. We don't reduce them. They've got little angel quality to them. You can kind of Google that, but card 33 is about blossoming. It's the flower moon. Blossoming. Who are you evolving into? With all this gratitude as you move forward, Sagittarius, there's something here that I feel that's kind of coming in that's fresh and new for you with the spring, especially for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere. That blossoming flower moon energy feels really powerful. 33 is a number of co-creative energy as well. So I do want to look at the attraction, though. I want to be sure I get that right. Card 44. It says, you can be magnetic to others and attract the good things in life. You can repel what you no longer wish to attract. Be ready for opportunity. Avoid extremes that might cause negative imbalance in your body or mind. Think of connections greater than yourself. So even though this is supermoon energy and we're shifting into a new moon, I kind of feel like this is what you were shaking off in the last full moon in Libra. I feel like you were kind of shaking off what no longer serves you, what kind of holds you down. There may have been old wounds that needed to be resolved and released because of Chiron present in that lunation. But I feel right now you're just feeling a sense of gratitude. I made it through all of that. And now I'm like a new part of my life is blossoming. I'm going to take a look at that for you too. Such really beautiful energy for you, Sag. I hope you're feeling it. Do not give up. You have planned for this. Take no notice of what others think or say about you. Open and rise, just like the flowers, right? Open and rise. Someone around you may be jealous of your success, so mark your victories. I joyfully blossom and I feel no fear. I like the blossoming. I like the gratitude. I'm feeling as if there's a big shift here for you, Sag, into some a new part of your journey, a new phase of your journey. So be sure, this is that Aries new moon is all about setting intentions, not just for this particular phase, but for, like, consider it the first new moon of a new year, because that's essentially what it is. Since Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, this is the first new moon of the first of this next cycle around the sun. So make it count as if you were setting not a New Year's resolution, but New Year's intentions. Treat it that way and look out for the whole year, for your whole journey around the zodiac this coming year. Yes, you're coming from gratitude, but what are you trying to grow? I love it. Okay, so I'm doing a little bit of a different spread. This is just to clear out some older energy that keeps showing up, and I just want to kind of focus on you, Sag. So I'll get back to my old spread. Don't panic. I just like to do things. I like to shake it up every now and then. All right. Here we go. Sagittarius, Sun and Rising. Not gonna lie, this card keeps coming out for a lot of the signs. Six of Pentacles. So this is your present, like what's going on right now. It has to do with balance. You know, like a sense of even social justice in a way is what's coming through, Sag. There are some causes and things that you're giving your time and attention to. And if it's about your connection, you're kind of looking for that reciprocal energy, something coming back that provides a sense of balance and stability. We're looking at Pentacles. What's crossing you? Ten of Swords. So we've got this completion of a painful cycle. The Ten of Swords indicates that it's already happened. It's done. So now we have to close it out, but it's making it difficult for you to get on some form of, I'm just going to say a sense of fairness, something coming back to you that you feel has been lost, maybe through no fault of your own. Five of Cups. This came out in the same spot, I want to say, for Scorpio, I think. Just a lot of, you know, this is what's underneath, what's below here is kind of what I pull off the bottom of the deck. It's like what's going on behind the scenes or bubbling up in your subconscious, in your psyche, is this sense of regret. It's backwards facing. You're kind of surveying what's come before, what you know, where did I go wrong? What did I contribute? Maybe even something that you feel you have lost. My goodness. And trying, as a result, trying to get back on some stable, solid, fair, balanced footing. In the past, Nine of Wands. This was definitely a challenging cycle, a difficult journey. I feel as if along the way, you took a lot of hits, but you stayed in the fight. When I say the fight and the hits, I mean that this was a difficult, challenging cycle. It's over now. You're trying to get back on, you know, get your sea legs. You've got some regrets or a sense of sadness and grief for what's been lost in the past. In the past, you kind of hung in as long as you possibly could. Wow. Oh my gosh, Sag, you're killing me here. So what's crowning you is this Seven of Wands, sort of stepping forward. I'm feeling almost, this card can be a card of resistance and defensiveness, but I'm feeling like it's more about taking a stand for something, right? Taking a stand either for some situation that has been out of balance that you think was unfair, or just taking a stand for what you're discovering in this whole situation, speaking up for yourself, being proactive, and future reconciliation. Okay? So now that we have a little bit of a landscape of what we're traveling here, let's do a little clarification. I'm smiling because I can kind of see this as something that you've really been struggling through. And here's the blossoming. I know it's going to sound really weird, but I feel the blossoming is you coming into your own and saying, whoa, no, wait a minute. Right? This is part of your contribution to your intended goal and outcome. I got to speak up for myself here. I have to take a stand, and that's part of the blossoming. Very interesting. And then what comes from that is maybe some form of peace, some form of reconciliation, a meeting of the minds where you come out of it where both of you feel, oh, well, I get that, and this is an outcome that we can both feel satisfied with. So it's generous energy. Of course, the 2 sixes, 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands. There's generosity in both those cards. So let's take a look at the 6 of Pentacles. King of Swords. There's intention here. I feel like you're trying to kind of stay above the fray here in this King of Swords energy. Could be the person you're dealing with. 10 of Pentacles. Wow. Whatever energy this is, 6 of Pentacles is about for you, Sag, it could be a lot of different things. So I want to be careful not to kind of narrow my focus too much since it is for the collective. But I feel as if there is somebody that may be kind of standoffish a little bit. King of Swords, listen, great energy from a King of Swords. The highest vibration of the King of Swords is their intellect, their reasoning, their logic, their communication skills. But when you keep in mind that all the kings have extra swords energy and all the queens have extra cups, you can see swords on swords can be kind of cool and aloof and icy, steely. But their intention is they always want to do the right thing. So in high vibration, this is a great energy, but in a lower vibration, sometimes you see the King of Swords strategizing to their own benefit. And what I'm seeing here is something's been out of balance. What you're trying to achieve here, what's going on may have to do with life partnership, coming into connection with each other in 3D in a way that's stable and abundant and that grows over time. And what you're getting is kind of like this cool, detached response. So that's what's going on right now. What's crossing you is the 10 of Swords. So I want to look at that next. Why is the 10 of Swords here? Eight of Pentacles. I think that sort of says the challenge here is something has really ended, but you're still trying to come up with creative solutions to the problem. Which on some level would suggest a non-acceptance of the situation as it is. Right, Strength card. So in the Strength card, you are here working to, the point of distraction on kind of finding a way to overcome the situation. And the challenge is, the reason why it's crossing you is because it has been a completed cycle. It's closed out. And that's part of the challenge. Here's divine feminine energy underneath. So the Strength and the beautiful Empress coming through, to me, it's like trying to stay in the energy of unconditional love despite a very painful ending. A very painful close of a cycle. You're still trying to work on it and overcome the challenge, the obstacle, the painful ending, staying in this high vibration of unconditional love. But there's a challenge there for sure. What we've got underneath, yep, 5 of Cups. Almost as if to say, where, you know, what just happened here? What did I bring to the table? What, you know, why is this situation? Why did this happen? It's backwards facing. So it's got you a little bit more focused on what went wrong in the past. Yes, because things are not clear. With that 7 of Cups on the 5 of Cups is suggesting to me that you never got the clarity on an emotional level, and you're left with all these emotions. You know, pick a cup, any cup. It's a grab bag of crazy here, but it feels like it's overwhelming. There are a lot of feelings that haven't been resolved. So I'm guessing that's why this is underneath, because everything right up here is like you're trying to strike the balance, and you're trying to move forward, and you're trying to kind of rectify and turn the whole wheel, the ship around. But that 10 tells you it's kaput. It's done. 3 of Pentacles. Wanting to work together, that co-creative energy, wanting to work together, right? And get the reciprocity. You need the partnership. I love that that comes out again, because I'm feeling a King of Swords who isn't interested in a balanced, in a level playing field, or in a situation where there's equal give and take. I feel that's why the cycle kind of closed out. You're trying to hold on here. That's part of your challenge. In the past, 9 of Wands. Nine of Wands, 9 of Swords, the 2 9s. So you stayed in it as long as you could, Sag. I keep hearing fought the good fight, but it took up all your energy. Couldn't think of much else but this situation. I'm just going to keep pushing forward. I'm not giving up. The anxiety that comes with that in that 9 of Swords makes it difficult for you to focus on much else. Really wanting this romantic kind of coming together. The Knight of Cups moves toward love with their heart on their sleeve, and you may have actually taken that step to extend yourself one last time before the 10 of Swords came in. So I'm seeing the effort, I'm seeing the desire to keep going and to kind of find the path that would lead to love. And you didn't get that. 7 of Pentacles, sorry. 7 of Wands is crowning you. Yeah. I feel you're leaning in for your happiness here. This may be you taking a stand. Like I said before, sometimes it's resistance, but sometimes it's a defensive posture where you take a stand for, you know, what you're passionate about. And this is all about your happiness. I've got a little Leo energy there making an appearance, but it's about, wait a minute, I want the happiness, and so I'm going to take a stand for what I want. But it's nerve-wracking. So we have the Sun and the Moon. In your conscious awareness, right? This is what you're working for. In your conscious awareness, you're taking that stand. It's a stand for your happiness. Sorry for the blurriness. Sometimes when I move the cards too fast, the camera gets upset with me. That's a thing, by the way. So it'll sort itself out. So taking this stand in your conscious awareness, but underneath in your subconscious realm, right? In your psyche, you're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I don't know if I can pull this off. I'm terrified of the outcome here. There's so much going on behind the scenes that I don't know. So there's a veil with that moon that kind of triggers a sense of insecurity. Sometimes all your fears kind of rise up to the surface. I love that your card comes out here, Sag, Wheel of Fortune underneath. On some level, despite your conscious awareness and that fear that's ever present of the unknown, what's going to happen if I take this stand? Am I going to be left holding the bag? Is kind of how I feel it's coming across right here. But underneath, I know that it's all a matter of fate and timing. and that's beyond my control. So I like the awareness of the Wheel of Fortune on a subconscious level, because that's probably feeding and motivating your desire to stay in the fight for what you want, for your own happiness. And what you want is this reconciliation. Really nice. But you've got someone, you have to remember, who's kind of got their own intentions going on here. That King of Swords, very strategic, very cool, very sometimes aloof, will not show you what's going on in their mind, or what they're planning, strategizing, right? So let's see with the Six of Wands. Yeah, you're manifesting this reconciliation. You're manifesting this favorable outcome where both of you come through it in that win-win energy with something that you can both feel good about, positive about. Queen of Pentacles, feminine archetype of life partner. So that comes back to the 10. So I feel what I'm seeing here, Sag, is what's happening in this moment is you're really looking for partnership. Equal give and take, reciprocal energy. You're dealing with someone who may not be on board, and that, you know, some painful cycle just closed out, even though you're kind of trying to continue to persevere and overcome it and come up with creative solutions to the problem. And your creative solution is this win-win, right? Some form of reconciliation where you both kind of get what you want. You both get your needs met on some level. That's what you're manifesting. You're working on it now. In the future, you will manifest it. What's going on underneath is all this unresolved emotion, what feels lost to you. You did not have that co-creative spirit coming in that would allow for the reciprocal nature of a connection in 3D, right? Give and take. You held on for as long as you could. It stressed you out. And right now you're like, this is about my happiness. I have to kind of push beyond the fear because I believe this is my destiny. I believe it's a fated connection. And so you're manifesting this stable outcome. Oh my goodness. Underneath is the Three of Swords. I do feel you're aware of past hurts. That Three of Swords underneath just tells me that right underneath, despite the fact that there may be this reconciliation that you're calling in and you're manifesting, you have all the tools to do so. There are some wounds right there beneath the surface, very fresh wounds that may rear their head again. So keep that in mind. We have the Ten of Swords, the Three of Swords. That makes sense to me. So what I want to do, Sag, is take this to the extended. I'm going to pull from the same deck, and we're going to look at the advice from your higher self, spirit, or the universe. We'll give your spiritual team an opportunity to weigh in and provide some measure of confirmation or clarity or guidance. Then we'll look at external influences. What's going on in this whole scenario that's beyond your control? It helps to know whether that's an energy, a person, an event. Also your hopes and or fears. You know, what is it that you're kind of all like a cat on a hot tin roof about, and the potential outcome. Once we look at all that, which is based on this reading, then I'm going to do some smaller 3-card pulls for the following signs. Use Sagittarius with Leo, Taurus, and Libra. We got the Leo again, Pisces. And I think I'm going to look at Sag with Sag, because we have a lot of fire here. So I think I'm going to look at Sag too. So we've got 5 signs that I'm going to look at: Leo, Taurus, Libra, Pisces, and Sagittarius. So those 5 signs: Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So if your divine counterpart has any of those 5 signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, I'm going to do a spread for you and that person after I complete this little portion of the reading. So the link to that is below. I'll see you there in a second, or maybe in a future reading. Take care, Sag. Bye-bye.